Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank
Good
you.
afternoon.
Good afternoon to you
Thank
too.
you.
Have you had lunch,
Thank
Shireen?
you. What?
Have you had lunch? Have you had your lunch?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
So you're ready for the class. You're not hungry. Okay, good. Good.
No,
Okay, good.
thank
So,
you.
as we decided, no reviews. Um, and
Yes,
this will be the third session. Okay. Next week, we will have a
yes.
review of the three sessions. I think that'll be enough, or we can
Next,
try that. So,
next week?
next week, yes.
For
Yeah.
next
Yes. For next
Okay.
week, we won't have a new article. We'll just review the
Mm-hmm.
past three. I mean, the past two plus today.
Next
That's three.
week.
Yes.
Okay,
If we
okay.
have time.
I did the review today.
You
I
did
did the
what?
review today. Yes.
Okay, that's good, but you didn't need to. It's good. It's good to remember the words. So who wants to go first
Yes.
today? Who wants to read the newspaper first?
Me.
Oh, both of you said.
Yes, best.
Hello.
Hello, hi. So who first?
Hello, thank you.
Okay.
Me.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So this is do you remember that expression I taught you? راست کار خودته in English?
Yes. It fits you.
No.
Inside you.
Yeah. راست کار خودته. It
I'll give you a hint. The word alley was in it. Alley.
aha.
It's you and
Yes.
What was it? What was it?
Since I
Uh-huh.
since I haven't done the review like before, I think I would have some trouble remembering those idioms and expressions.
Yeah. Okay. Shirin, how about you? Do you remember it? Hello? No? Okay. It's right up your alley. It's right up your alley. Does it ring a bell?
Right.
It's right up your alley. I just typed it
Yes,
here.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So, Bezat, you volunteered to read it, and I wanted to say it's right up your alley because it's about the new vaccine. Would you please start reading the
Yes.
title?
Oh, yes. Inside story.
No. Read again.
Behind the scenes of the
No, read it again.
inside story.
No. Pay attention
There's
to
a
the,
delay.
yeah, pay attention to the stress that you put on the words.
Inside story.
No. Inside story.
Behind the scenes of the Oxford vaccine.
No, the first one. Inside story.
Inside.
Inside story. Okay, go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Behind the scenes of the Oxford vaccine.
Yes, behind the scenes of the Oxford vaccine. Inside story. Besat, what does inside story mean? Hello? Is there a delay?
By saying inside story. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I think we need to sign out and then come back in. Okay, let's do that. Let's do
Yes.
that and see if it
Yes.
fixes.
Yeah.
Okay, hello. Can you hear
Hello
me?
again.
Okay, I hope there is
Yes.
no delay now. Okay, so behind the scenes of the Oxford vaccine. Bezat, you were saying, what does inside story mean in
Inside
English?
story, it means, for example, when we um, listen to a story, it has um, something to tell to ordinary people, but in fact, it has some other aspects inside who, um, other people know, or specialists know about that.
Very good,
And
excellent.
maybe
Yes,
gonna,
that's what it
yeah,
means
it's
exactly. Thank you, very good. Yes. It's about the story, as you put it, or information that only people who were inside the organization, for example, are aware of. That's inside story.
yes.
Okay, very good. Behind the scenes of the Oxford vaccine, we know Oxford vaccine, but what is behind the scenes in Farsi?
پشت پرده واکسن آکسفورد.
But Shirin, what do you say in Farsi for behind the scenes? Do you say پشت پرده?
حقایق نگفته.
No. I wanted you to say پشت صحنه, not پشت پرده. You know, because when you say پشت پرده, it means that there are some secrets and some bad things happening. I don't know, some evil plannings maybe. But it's just behind the scenes. پشت صحنه است. The
Yes.
parts that people are not aware of. Just that. No bad thing. Everything is good. Okay. So behind the scenes of the Oxford vaccine.
Yeah.
Okay, would you please start? Go on.
Yeah. Photojournalist David Levin documents the work of the Oxford University scientists during the development of a vaccine that is now poised for approval by regulators. Words by Ian Sample.
Ian Sample, yes, Ian. Photojournalist. Do you know who a photojournalist is, Bezat? Who do we call a photojournalist?
Someone who tries to, deliver, to express the news mainly by some photos.
Very good, excellent.
They do not
exactly, yes, very good, very good. Photojournalist David Levine documents the work of the Oxford University scientists. What does it mean to document? It's a verb in here. Document in here is a verb. What does it mean in English? Please say it in English.
When someone documents something, it means they have enough information to prove their claim or to prove something.
You could say that, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. If you were talking about, for example, criminal profile or something, yes, you could say that.
They have enough evidence to prove something
I just
and to
said,
document
not
it.
necessarily. Not necessarily. What you said is correct, but it doesn't necessarily mean document. Document does not necessarily mean that. Shirin, do you have any thoughts? It doesn't have anything to do with enough evidence.
Collect.
Say it.
They collect all information and they
Very good.
documented them.
Excellent.
To show.
That's enough. Just to collect information. You collect everything. You collect photos, you collect some documents, you collect some contracts. Everything that is called a document is gathered by you, is collected by you. This action is called documenting. Okay? It's not about court. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with a court or winning a case or having evidence for something. It could, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. You, for example, could document your own work, Bezat. For example, you have been working on some patients for 10 years, and they're special patients. You've seen some improvement in their health. You can document it. When you document that,
Yes.
you write everything. Okay, today is the first day of January 2021, and blah blah is feeling better. Blah blah is not feeling better. He got this medicine. He took that pill. That's documenting. Okay. The works of the Oxford University scientists during the development of a vaccine that is now poised for approval. Besat, what does it mean to be poised for approval?
I know approval, but I don't know poised. But
Okay.
based on the sentence, I can guess that maybe they have prepared the
Very good.
early stages
Exactly.
of the
Prepared.
vaccine.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
right. Prepared. It's prepared. It's ready. When you say something is poised for something, it's ready for something. So this vaccine is poised for approval. You know the meaning of approval, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's poised for approval is ready for approval. You said that you never heard poised. Am I right?
Yes.
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 Why? Can you tell me why?
I don't know. I have heard poisoned.
No. That's something else. Doesn't have anything to do with this.
Yeah.
This is a British newspaper, The Guardian. That is the name of the newspaper. And the words that the British use in their newspapers, their articles, is different from the ones used by Americans. They use British English. In British English, you use some words that Americans don't. That's why. An American wouldn't usually write such a thing. Okay, so poised for approval in a British journal means ready for approval by regulators. What does regulators mean? Regulators mean?
Regulators, people who are involved in the a process of approval.
Very good. Yes, exactly. People who have the authority to say that, for example, yes, we will use this vaccine, or no, your vaccine is not approved. People who approve or not approve something. Exactly. Okay, words by Ian Sample. What does this mean?
The writer of this article is Ian Sample.
Exactly. Now, would you please read the first paragraph again from the top, the bold part for the journalist?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, scientists at Oxford University have been...
No, Bezat, no. The first paragraph that you just read, the one we just analyzed, the bold one. Read it again, please.
Yeah, photojournalist David Levin documents the work of the Oxford University scientists during the development of a vaccine that is now poised for approval by regulators. Words by Ian Sample.
Yes, very good. Okay, now Shirin, would you please read the first sentence? Just the first sentence, not the first paragraph.
Okay. Scientists at Oxford University have been at the forefront of the race to find a COVID vaccine.
Okay, wait. That's the end of the sentence. Scientists at Oxford University have been at the forefront of the race to find a COVID vaccine. Forefront. What does forefront mean, Shirin, in English?
For example, they are in a line
Mhm.
and they sit in the first seat in the line.
Very good. On the first seats in the line. Very good. How do you say that in Farsi? The forefront of something. How do you say it in Farsi?
جلودار پیشتاز
Pishtaz. No.
طلایه‌دار
Talayedar. I don't know. I don't understand that one. Okay. Is it Farsi? Talaye or Arabic?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Farsi. Okay.
I don't know about it. پیش
Not pishtaz. No, it doesn't mean pishtaz. Beza, do you have any ideas?
خط مقدم.
Very good. Yes. Very good. Yes, exactly. It means خط مقدم. خط مقدم in race. What is race, Shirin?
race
Uh-huh.
competition.
Yes, very good. Because there's a competition, yes, for making the vaccine. Yes, very good. Okay. Shirin, would you please make a sentence with forefront? You know, Shirin, front means jebhe. Okay, jebhe. Forefront means khat muqaddam. It can be used for battles, actual battles, and also figuratively, like the forefront of the race to find the COVID vaccine. So, would you please make a sentence with forefront?
Yes, Ali Asghar Hospital is the forefront of PICU in Iran.
It's at the forefront of PICU. At the forefront of PICU. Why? At the forefront of PICU.
Because
At the forefront of یه چیزی اینجا باید بگیم دادن خدمات PIC.
Okay, that's
forefront
better.
of
Yes.
caring, the forefront of caring for bad conditional
Sick patients.
Sick patients.
Sick patients.
Sick
Yes.
children.
Yes, that's good. That's better. Bad condition, in bad condition, but not conditional. Okay. But that was good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Okay. The next sentence, please. Let me scroll up. Okay.
In 10 months, they designed a vaccine and proved its safety and efficacy through
rigorous, yes.
Clinical trials in tens of thousands of volunteers around the world.
Yes, exactly. In 10 months, they designed a vaccine and proved its safety and efficacy through rigorous clinical trials in tens of thousands of volunteers around the world. They designed a vaccine and proved its safety and efficacy. Shirin, does the word efficacy...
Excuse me.
Yes?
How do you pronounce safety?
Safety.
Safety?
Did I say safety?
Oh, safety, yes.
Yes, safety.
I heard safety.
Okay, I might have said safety. I don't remember what I said. Safety. I know safety is correct, but if I said safety, it's not correct. Okay. And I'm not a native, so sometimes, yeah, it could happen. Shirin, does the word efficacy remind you of another word? And if yes, what?
Yes.
What?
Effective. Or...
But not effective. It doesn't have anything to do with effective. No. Another word. Efficacy is a noun in here. Do you know the adjective form of efficacy?
Efficacious.
No. It's something else. And I'm sure that both of you know that word, but because the pronunciation is different, maybe that's why you cannot guess. Efficient. Excuse me, efficient.
Efficient.
Yes, efficient. That's the adjective. The noun form is efficacy. Efficient, efficacy. So what does efficacy, excuse me, what does efficacy mean in English? Shirin, you say it in English. Efficacy.
When something is have a good reason for some, have a good result.
Very good. Excellent.
And,
yes. Produces a good result, gives you a good result. Then it is efficient. And if it has that ability to produce good results, it has the efficacy. Yes, exactly. Proved its safety and efficacy through rigorous clinical trials. Rigorous. What does rigorous mean?
It's come from.
It comes from.
Regulation.
No, doesn't.
It comes.
Regulation is R-E-G and then U, but this one is R-I-G and then O. Let me type it, see? This is regulation. It means rules and stuff. But this is rigorous. R-E-G-U, R-I-G-O. That's the difference. Beside you, rigorous. What does rigorous mean?
Rigorous, tough.
Top?
Tough.
No.
Tough.
No.
Tough.
I know it might remind you of invigorating and that. No, but it doesn't mean that. Beside you, rigorous? Hard, no.
Rigorous.
Yes.
Through hard, rigorous clinical trials. It is an adjective for clinical trials, and it means
intense.
No.
The kind of clinical trials which are strict and very determined.
Not determined, no. By saying strict, you're a bit close, but it doesn't necessarily mean strict. Not necessarily. It is close, but not necessarily that. Just imagine, Beza, that you're doing...
Intense.
No, not intense, no. You are trying to design a vaccine. And you know, it's a vaccine that's very much sought after. Everyone in the world wants it. So it has to be done in what manner? You want to make this vaccine. It's very important. It's life-saving. You have to do it blah, blah, lee. Carefully. Rigorous means careful. In here, it means careful. The trials are careful. Clinical trials. What does trials mean, Shirin? Trials.
Try and
what do we call
clinical trials?
No, not clinical trials.
You try something.
No, not clinical. Just trials. Just tell me about trials. What does trial mean?
Trial.
You're close. What you were saying was close. Just explain it without the clinical adjective. What's a trial?
Try or exam. Try.
Not exam, but yes, trying something. Testing. You could say testing, not examining. Yes, testing something. It's not for medicine only. It can be used somewhere else too. Can you tell me? Give me an example of a situation in which you used trial. What?
For example, for some applications, there is some parts trial.
Very good, excellent.
Use it just, but after you like it, you can download it and install it.
Very good, excellent, excellent. What does clinical mean?
It's clinic. It's related to clinic.
Yeah, but what is it? Yeah, it is related to clinics, but what does it exactly mean? When a trial is clinical, when something is clinical, what does it mean? Bezat, what does it mean when we say that something is clinical?
Clinical in medicine is which is related to, patients. For example, the doctor who practice and visits the patients, it's a clinician. But we have other sorts of doctors who are not involved in, visiting patients. They are not clinicians.
Very good.
So clinical is everything which is related to patients and Bolin.
Exactly, very good. So it's related to patients, to actual patients. It's not done in the laboratory. You deal with actual patients. There are patients there, you deal with them. That's clinical. If it was in a laboratory, that would not be clinical. You wouldn't be dealing with actual patients exactly. And Bezat, don't you have about the word rigorous? Rigorous, which meant careful. Of course, that's just one of the meanings. This word has many different meanings. Do you have rigor, the first part of it, in medicine? Rigor, R-I-G-O-R, rigor.
Rigor means to have severity and be strict at your practice.
No. In medicine, is it a symptom or something? Is rigor a symptom in patients? Do you know anything about that?
Rigor?
Yes, rigor. I'm just asking.
I haven't.
I don't know. I'm asking.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not familiar with that. So at least it's not something usual.
Oh, maybe yes. Yeah, I don't know. I just asked. I didn't know.
I haven't heard that.
Okay, thank you. So, Shirin, you were reading.
After 20 years of practice, I haven't heard that.
Rigor, yes. Yeah, that was a question for me. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know. Thank you. No, don't say after. Say in 20 years of my practice. That's better. Not that after is wrong. No, that is correct. But in is more common, more English. Okay, trials in tens of thousands of volunteers. Shirin, give me the part of speech of the word volunteers in here. What is the part of a speech of volunteers? Let me highlight this.
Tens of thousands of volunteers.
The part of a speech. Is it a verb, noun, adjective, adverb?
No,
what is it?
It's a noun. Noun.
It's a noun. Very good. What is the adjective form?
Adjective. Voluntarily.
No, but you're close. Bezat, what is it?
Voluntarily.
Voluntarily is an adverb.
The adverb, yes.
Adjective.
Voluntary. Voluntary.
The same.
No, voluntary.
Voluntary.
I just typed it here. Yes, voluntary. And what is the verb? What is the verb form?
Volunteer, to be volunteer.
No, to be volunteers, be is the verb. What is the verb for volunteer? Volunteer.
Volunteer.
Yes, exactly. And Bezat, would you please make a sentence with volunteer as a verb?
Yes. I know a lot of my colleagues who went abroad. At first, they volunteered for some simple jobs.
Very good. Excellent.
And after that, they
Very good. Excellent. Yes. So volunteers around the world. Okay, Shirin, go on, please. No, Bezat, you read this part.
Okay.
Yeah. Millions of shots are being made.
Wait.
And by agreement with
Wait. Millions
made.
of shots are being made. Tell me about the tense and voice of
Made.
this sentence.
It is passive and present continuous.
Very good. What is the active form? Active form of this sentence.
They are making millions of shots.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, go on. And?
Millions of shots are being made, and by agreement with Oxford's partner, Astra.
Do you want me to highlight it? I'll highlight it.
No. And by agreement with Oxford's partner, AstraZeneca will be sold at cost price to poorer countries.
Yes, very good. What is the equivalent of cost price in Farsi?
Cost price means a reasonable price or a low price.
No, the equivalent in Farsi. I want the equivalent of cost price in Farsi. Yes?
قیمت اقتصادی?
No. It's one of the words. It's actually salespeople's favorite word in Iran. Whenever you ask for a discount, you know the meaning of discount. And they give you one, they say, that's the cost price. That's the cost price. Whatever price you ask for is their cost price.
تمام شده.
Yeah, but they say something else. Yeah, what you said is correct. بازاریا چی میگن؟ قیمت خریدمونه. Right? قیمت خریدم میدم. قیمت خرید میدم. Okay? But yes, what you said was correct. قیمت تموم شدش. It means that they're not getting any wages for it. I mean, they're not getting any interest. They're not making any interest by selling them to poorer countries. It's just the cost price. Okay. Shirin, would you please read the second one? The third paragraph, actually.
The Oxford vaccine is based on a virus that causes common colds in chimpanzees.
Chimpanzees. Yeah, what's chimpanzee in Farsi, Shirin?
Chimpanzee.
Yes, chimpanzee. Okay, so the Oxford vaccine is based on a virus that causes common colds in chimpanzees. Go on, please.
These adenoviruses.
No, virus, just one.
Virus. This adenovirus is engineered so it cannot replace in human cells and cause replicate in humans.
Yes.
And cause an infection.
Yes, very good. So this adenovirus, what's an adenovirus?
It's a kind of virus, adenovirus.
What do you say in medicine?
Is
Adenovirus, you said?
Adenovirus or adenovirus, it has some symptoms like flu or common cold, but the degree of fever is more than them, and patients who are infected with adenovirus have conjunctivitis.
You don't say redness in the eyes?
التهاب
So that's something else.
چشم قرمزی.
Uh-huh.
Redness in the eye, yeah.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the information. So this adenovirus is engineered so it cannot replicate. Shirin, what does replicate mean?
replace.
No.
Mm.
Bezat, what does replicate mean? Have you heard of a replica?
When a virus enters
No,
into
don't say it. Bezat, don't say it. I want Shirin to guess. I'm sorry.
replica.
I asked you first, but I want Shirin
Yes.
to guess it. Shirin, have you ever heard of a replica? A replica of something? Hello, can you hear me?
Replica. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have where?
Yes.
Where have you heard of it?
It's double something.
Double of
or,
something. You mean?
For example, for ID card. ID card. If you lost it.
If you lose
when
it.
you get another one, they wrote. If they wrote.
They write.
It's replica.
They write. It's a replica. Yes, very good. Replica. Excellent. Very good. Where else have you heard of a replica? Where else? Other than replica for documents for ID cards.
Replica.
For example, in museums. Have you seen replicas in museums? Bezat, have you seen replicas in a museum?
I have never seen.
No. But in medicine, do you have replicas in medicine?
No, but based on your explanation, something that is not original and it's kind of fake.
Not fake necessarily. You cannot call it fake. But it's as Shirin put it, you lose your ID card, they give you a second one.
A copy.
Very good. It's a copy. It's a copy. A replica is a copy. Replicate is the verb form of it. It cannot copy itself. This virus, this adenovirus, enters the blood. It's part of this vaccine, but it cannot copy itself. Okay, Shirin, would you please read from the beginning of the sentence, this adenovirus?
This adenovirus is engineered so it cannot replicate in human cells and cause an infection.
Okay, do you understand it now, Shirin? Do you understand what replicate means?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, go on, please. The next sentence.
It is then modified to carry the genetic instructions for the coronavirus spike protein.
Yes, very good.
Spike protein.
Yes, very good. Yes. It is then modified to carry the genetic instructions for the coronavirus spike protein. Can you explain in your own words, Shirin, what happened in here after someone receives this vaccine? What happens so far?
What happened?
What happens after someone receives this vaccine? When they get the shot, what happens in their body?
The this virus come to in their body, but in very weak
Very good.
form.
Very good.
And corona spike and
they sent a part of the coronavirus, I mean the spike protein.
Yes, very good. Can you explain
Send
more?
it into the body.
Yes, explain more.
Yeah, they
please.
send it into the body using adenovirus, which is unable to replicate itself in human body.
Very good. What is spike protein?
I think coronavirus has different parts. It's genome, protein, and other stuff. And they use this part, I mean, spike protein, to, to stimulate the immune system of human beings to secrete antibodies against coronavirus.
Very good. Can you explain this part? To the modified to carry the genetic instructions. What does it mean to carry the genetic instructions?
Every virus has its own genome, and on its genome you have the genetic instructions of that virus, and they try to carry and send the genetic instruction of coronavirus by using another virus, which is adenovirus, into human body.
Yes, very good. Shun, do you understand this part now?
Yes. Yes.
No. It was not a sure yes.
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
Yes.
Bezat, can you explain more? In layman's words, something that Shirin and I can understand.
Yes. Scientists used different parts of viruses and bacteria to stimulate the immune system in order to secrete antibodies against them. And in this case, they have used this part. I mean, the spike protein, which carries genetic instruction or genome of the coronavirus, and they use adenovirus to carry and be injected into the human body.
Okay, Shirin, now, do you understand it now?
Yes.
Now I want you to say it in Farsi. Shirin, you say it in Farsi. Tell me what happened in here, in your own words, in Farsi.
این ژن دستکاری شده رو که با اسپایک پروتئین هست و اون آدنوویروس
آدنوویروس ناقله حمل کننده ژنه. ژن چی؟ این ژن این ژنوم
کرونا وارد بدن میکنه.
مودیفای میشه. وقتی مودیفای میشه چه اتفاق میفته براش؟ اصلاح شده است. اصلاح شده است. همون شکل واقعیش. Am I right, بهزاد؟ When it is modified.
Yes.
اصلاح شده است به یه شکلی که بخواد اون اتفاقات آدینوویروسی تو بدن رخ نده و این شکلی دستورالعمل‌های ژنتیکیش اون اطلاعات ژنتیکی که لازم هست و حملش میکنه، کری میکنه به داخل حالا سیستم ایمنی بدن یا هر چی حالا اصطلاحات پزشکیشو من نمیدونم. Okay. So Bezat, would you please read the next sentence? A shot releases.
A shot releases vaccine virus particles into the body where they enter cells enter cells and deliver the cargo of spike protein instructions.
Yes. Shirin is protein, not protein. Okay, protein, protein. Okay, the pronunciation, protein.
Protein.
Okay, so a shot releases vaccine virus particles into the body where they enter cells and deliver their cargo of spike protein instructions. Can you explain this part now, Shirin? What's a shot? Shirin, what is a shot?
When they inject the vaccine, shot.
Vaccine.
Vaccine. The amount of vaccine that we inject, it's a shot. And when the vaccine enter the cells, deliver the spike protein instructions into entire cells of their body.
Yes, very good. What does cargo mean? Bizet, what does cargo mean?
Cargo.
You can say it in Farsi if you can't say it in English.
Cargo here means the...
Not in here, just cargo.
حامل.
Aha, very good. بارشه محموله است. But what kind of bar or mahmule is called a cargo? Hello? I think there's a delay again. Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So what kind, just give me this.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. What kind?
And we can hear you too.
Okay, good. Thank you. But I think there's a delay again. Would you please sign out and again come back in?
Yes.
I think it will fix it.
Yes.
Okay, hi.
Hi again.
Hi, okay, so I think it's fixed. So back to cargo. You said that cargo means mahmule, an amount of goods. But what kind of it is called cargo? Do we call any kind of mahmule cargo?
A kind of labor which is carried by vessels or
Very good.
trains or trucks and planes.
Not trains, as far as have you seen anywhere that said cargo is carried by trains? The delay still remains.
Like train, plane.
No.
Vehicle.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so the delay is making it worse. Okay, forget about that part. Okay, cargo of spike protein instructions.
Yes.
The cells make spike proteins. Would you please go on? It's a very bad delay.
The cells make spike proteins.
Let's do it again. Yes, let's do it again. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, so the delay is gone. Okay, so back to the
Mhm.
paragraph. A shot release vaccine. Okay, Behzad, would you please read the next sentence?
The cells make spike proteins, each one a tiny, harmless fragment of the coronavirus, which are ferried to the surfaces of the cells.
Yes. So the cells make spike proteins. And then you see a dash. What is this?
An extra explanation for spike proteins.
Very good, very good. Okay, can you explain this sentence? Just this sentence.
Each one a tiny, harmless fragment of the coronavirus. Each part of these spike proteins are tiny, harmless parts of the coronavirus.
Yes. Instead of tiny, you could say small, huh? What other words do you know that mean tiny?
Yes.
Other words that mean tiny. You know, small.
Tiny,
Shireen, you can say it too.
tiny,
Tiny, yes.
small,
What else?
negligible.
Negligible, yes. So small that you can neglect it, yes. What else? What else?
Little.
Little, yes. Why not? You could say little. What else?
Little.
Also, minute. Seems like minutes, but it's minute. Minute means very small.
Yes.
Okay, do you know anything else?
For tiny,
Yeah. That means tiny, small. I knew one that meant small, and it was used for example, salary. In Farsi, we say shenderqaz, مثلا پول میدن. And in English, yeah, that was the equivalent, but I cannot remember it. Okay, forget it. Let's do the rest. So the cells make spike proteins, each one a tiny, harmless fragment of the coronavirus, which are ferried to the surface. Behzad, what does it mean when they say which are ferried to the surfaces of the cells?
I know what ferry is.
What is it?
Is a kind of boat.
What does it do?
Yeah, they, for example, in Amsterdam, I remember we used to use ferries to, for example, go from one part of the river to the another part.
Very good, excellent. It's like a taxi, but on waters.
Yes,
right?
yes.
So why do you
On
think
water,
the
yes.
writer used ferry in here? Why didn't he say bring? Why didn't he use the word bring?
Ferry.
Yeah.
Because it's going to, carry these particles from deep inside the cell to the surface.
Okay.
Because it's in the blood. It's in the blood.
Yeah.
And the blood can...
It's not in the blood, it's inside the cells.
Oh, yes. Oh, I see. So I didn't know that. At first, when I read this, I thought, just like Shireen, that because it's in our blood and it carries it from, one part of it to the other, and its blood, it's like a sea or waters, that's why they used ferry. So I was wrong. It doesn't mean that, right? So that's why I thought they used ferry.
Because it...
Yes, Behzad? Yes, I thought so. But as Behzad says, it doesn't mean that. I thought that the writer used it figuratively as a, as a means of making his writing more beautiful, to say that it looks like a sea and it carries it like that. But as Behzad says, it doesn't mean that. Maybe he just meant to say it carries it from one part of it to another, from one part of the cell to another. Am I right, Bezat?
I think you're right, because I think it means they are floated in the blood, and they are ferried, and then they will be carried to the surface of the cells, and after that they will go inside the cells.
Okay. I accept whatever you say because you're the
یعنی توی
doctor.
خون فری هستن.
So
فکر کنم توی خون فری هستن، بعد میان به سطح سلول میچسبن، بعد میان داخل سلول. من فکر میکردم از داخل سلول میان به سطح سلول، در صورتی که اول به سطح سلول بچسبه بعد بره تو.
خب ما این چیزای فنیشو نمیدونیم دیگه، حالا شما بهتر میدونید. مرسی. Okay, we just thought
این داخل خون بودن فکر کنم اون فری باشه.
آره که مثلا مثل یه دریاییه یا رودخونه‌ایه، به هر حال جاییه که آب هست و این داره چون حملش میکنه مثل تاکسی دریایی یا تاکسی رودخونه‌ای که فری هست و همین هم این اسمو گذاشته.
Exactly.
Okay. So, go on, please. Read the last sentence.
Protruding like red flags, the immune system spots them and raises an army of antibodies and T cells to fight the virus.
Yes. What does protruding mean?
Protruding when something is از یه سطحی میزنه بیرون، لایک مثلا
it goes out of a surface. It goes out of a surface. It extends a surface. Yes, exactly. That's protruding. Like, can you give me an example of protruding and protrude in a sentence?
In some diseases we have some sort of protrusion out of the child's body. Or, for example, in some abdominal defects, we have protrusion of intestines out of the body.
Oh, I see. That's horrible. Okay.
Yeah.
Shirin, how about you? Have you ever dealt with any kind of protrusion or protruding things in your field of study? No? No one broke a leg or an arm in your classes? No. I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean, people just work out. Sometimes they fall down. They break their arms or legs.
No.
Okay. Would that be protruding, Bezat? No, because what?
Because I do Pilates workout. I like it, and it's not very.
It's safe.
Jumping and run. It's safe.
It does not involve jumping.
And if someone have a problem in their body, they attend in my class and they
attend my
became
classes.
better.
They attend my classes, not attend in.
They
attend my class. Then they become better. Yeah, sure, of course. Yes. I love Pilates. They call it Pilates. Yeah, it is true. I agree with you. Pilates. Okay, I just wanted to. Okay. Yeah, Beza, that's the question. If that happens, if someone breaks their arm or leg, a bone is broken, and it comes out of the body, do you call that protruding? Protrusion of a bone or something? Do you call that in medicine? Do you call it that?
Most of the time, it's not that severe, and it's like a, it's not open. شکستگی open نیست. It's a close, break. And if that is the case, maybe yeah, we can say we have the protrusion for example of that bone out of the body.
We have another kind of protrusion that's very common in men, of course, and their socks. When they have a hole in their socks, their toes protrude
yes.
out of their socks.
Yes.
Okay. So the next part.
And they can wait. They can wait for the Father's Day.
Really? Yes, yes, you have to wait for Father's Day. Yes, very good. Okay. Okay, so protruding like red flags, the immune system spots them.
Red flags, the immune system spots them, finds them.
Yes, very good.
And raises an army of antibodies and T cells to fight the virus.
Yes. I know antibody, but what's
T
a T
cell?
cell?
We have different parts in our immune systems. B cell and T cell. B cell secretes antibodies, and T cells works for our immune system in a different way, and they are more important.
I see. Okay, thank you. Now, Shirin, would you please start reading the next paragraph?
In November, interim.
No. Pay attention to the stress.
Interim.
Yes. Interim. Yes.
Interim results from Oxford's trial showed an efficacy of 62% in those who received 2 full shots, rising in intriguingly. To 90% in those who had left, who had half a dose followed by a full one.
Okay, the last sentence. Research
is afoot to solve this puzzle.
Yes, very good. So in November, interim results from Oxford's trials showed an efficacy of 62% in those who received 2 full shots, rising intriguingly to 90% in those who had half a dose, followed by a full one. Research is afoot to solve this puzzle. Interim results. Shreem, what's an interim result?
Interim. It's not like something. It's temporary.
Very good. Excellent.
It's not.
Yes, very good. Exactly. Does it remind you of any other word in English? Does interim remind you of any other word? Does it remind you of any other word?
No.
Interval. Yes, very good. Interval. So, the meaning that you mentioned, Shirin, temporary, is one of the meanings of interim. Okay? Temporary, interim, temporary. But in here, of course, temporary is not wrong. It is correct. But we need a better definition. Something that defines it better in here. Interim results. What is interim?
They are not sure. From the result.
Maybe these results, we think that they are correct, but we are not sure. And in medicine, we can say provisional or tentatively.
Yeah, that is correct, Behzad, but not in here.
For example,
in here it's something else. It doesn't have anything to do with medicine. They're using it in a medical article, but it doesn't have anything to do with medicine. This interim means something else.
Maybe first results or...
Okay, you're closer, but not first results. You're closer, not first results. Pay attention to the last sentence of this paragraph. Research.
Initial.
Could be initial, but not necessarily. No, not necessarily. No. Let me read it again. In November, interim results. I won't tell you now. I want you to guess, okay? Interim results from Oxford's trials, you know this part, showed an efficacy of 62% in those who received 2 full shots. Okay? So this is one part of the study that we know. Those people who received 2 full shots, in those people who received 2 full shots, the efficacy was 62%. And then rising, forget about intriguingly, to 90% in those who had half a dose followed by a full one. What does this mean? Can you explain it, Shireen? Tell me what happened. What happened with the statistics in here?
They have a full shot, and then they have a half shot.
Can you explain better? Can you explain better?
No.
Behzad, can you say what happened here?
They compare clinical trial. They compare two kinds of recipients.
Very good.
They one received two full shots, but the second ones received first a half shot followed by a full shot.
Very good. Very good. And what was the result?
And when they compared, they found that the result in second group was better.
Yes, it was 90%. And then we have intriguingly. What does intriguingly mean in here?
Interestingly.
Yes, it is surprising. It doesn't make sense. Yes. It's interestingly. It was interesting. Why? Why was it interesting?
Because when you give 2 full shots to the first group, you would expect that in this group the results would be better than the second group who had received a half shot followed by a full shot. But it was not the case.
Yes, very good. Excellent. And then research is a food. What does a food mean?
The research is a food to solve this problem. I don't know. I haven't heard a food.
Yeah, it's because it's a British text. That's why. It's not common in American English. It means in progress. Research is a food means research is in progress. The research is not done yet. It's not complete. It's not over. They're still studying this because they don't know why. Research is a food to solve this puzzle. This is a puzzle, as you explained, Behzad, that you expect that patients who received 2 full shots, you expect them to show better results, but it wasn't the case. And now the interim result.
It's yet to be solved.
Yes, it's yet very good. It's yet to be solved.
Can I say it?
Of course, yes. That was a very good example. It's yet to be solved, exactly. The puzzle is yet to be solved. Now, the interim results, these are the results. You have some results. But as you said, it's not sure. The results are not definite. The results are temporary, as Shirin said. Both explanations and definitions were correct. But in here, I think another meaning of interim is intended in here. Interim means like interval, something that comes between 2 events, the time between 2 events. Okay, now this is the result. People with 2 full shots get 62% efficacy. 1 full and 1 half shot get 90% efficacy. That's the result. That's the result now. But they're still studying to get the definite results, the definitive results, and the sure results, the certain results. So the time, the things they have now is the interim results, the results between the 2 studies, like interim governments, interim presidents. You for example, have a company, you fire the, what do you call that? How do you say? I just forgot the word.
دولت موقت.
No, I meant company. I forgot the Farsi, مدیر عامل. Okay, the general manager. You fire the general manager, and you haven't employed a new general manager. You have an interim manager. You just ask someone to manage the company for a short time, maybe for 1 month or for 2 months, so that you hire a good new general manager. That person who's there is the interim manager. Also for what you said, دولت موقت, that is correct too. There, when a revolution happens.
Or another thing.
Yes, what?
The interim between arrival and departure.
Interim is the adjective.
میان وارد شدن و از این.
Interim is the adjective, not the verb. Did you use it as a verb? Hello?
The interim between arrival and departure.
The interim time, you mean? The interim time. That seems strange to me.
Yes.
I never heard that, and I'm not sure that you can say that. I'm not sure you can say that. That feels strange to me. Okay? I cannot approve that one. But I've heard it about governments and managers and stuff like that. You have interim governments when there's a revolution. People who are there and manage people, they're not going to stay there forever. So that they're just there so that the new government comes and then they take over the power. But that's the interim government. The interim results in here. Okay, just remember interval and then you can remember interim. Interim. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much and
very good.
See you next
Very
session.
good indeed.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the information you gave us.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye
Bye
bye.